Alrighty, hello YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cryptic Coil, and in today's video, I have another mask haul, book haul, and DVD haul. Okay, this one's not quite as big though, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. So I went to a thrift store today. I took the day off from work, so I went to a couple of different thrift stores. I went to the Spirit Halloween store, and I picked up a few things. Okay, I picked up a few of these mannequin heads because I need them. The reason why I picked them up is because I buy Halloween masks and I stack them on top of the bookshelves in my living room. So I picked up this Chucky mask. It didn't cost very much. It was only $24.99. It came out to be $27 after tax. Well, $26.90, but whatever. Anyway, I've been showing my coworkers my recent Halloween mask purchases and showing them pictures and all that. And I've been asking people, like, what do you think that I should get next? And I kept hearing Chucky, and it's like, yeah, you're right. I mean, Chucky is, Child's Play is in my big three. I think I might be a little bit behind. I have not seen the TV show, but I may not have seen the I did not see the remake, and there might be one movie in the original canon that I have not seen. But the first like four Chucky movies, absolutely love them. So I was really glad to have finally gotten me a Chucky to get up there with my Leatherface, my Ghostface, and my Freddy Krueger, and my Jason as well. I guess my Michael Myers, but I don't really know that franchise yet. Okay. All right. So that's the only mask that I managed to pick up today. Let's get into my DVDs. Okay, so I picked up this copy of Disney's Ice Princess. And you might say, but Cryptic, you're so metal. Like, what does Ice Princess have to do with metal? And the answer is nothing, absolutely nothing. And then you might say, but Cryptic, if it's not metal, then you're also into horror. What does that have to do with horror? And not absolutely nothing. But I'm also very nostalgic, okay, and I like to collect vintage Apple paperbacks from my childhood. And I have a memory from third grade involving this Apple paperback by Nicholas Walker called Ice Princess. And when I saw, and I never read it, but when I found this movie at the thrift store, I could have sworn it was going to be based on this vintage Apple paperback. That's a part of my collection, and the tagline on the front of the DVD even says "From Scholastic to Fantastic." But you know, Scholastic Apple paperbacks, I could have sworn it was based on this, but it doesn't appear so. It doesn't appear so. But it does have Michelle Trachtenberg, aka Dawn Summers, aka that crazy chick from Gossip Girl, which I have seen, only season one. So I don't know. I bet you if I sat down to watch this movie, I wouldn't hate it. I bet you I'd say, hey, that was worth a watch. And then maybe somewhere down the line, I can give it to a coworker who has a daughter who might be into something like that. I do that sometimes. I'll buy a movie, watch it, think to myself, I'm probably never going to watch it again. And then I'll bring it to work and give it to someone with kids. All right, so what other movies did I pick up? Okay, so I picked up this copy of Dracula, and I believe this one has Bela Lugosi, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one's got Bela Lugosi, and this one is from 1931. And I don't think I've seen this movie since like fifth grade. I remember I woke up one morning and I was sick, and my parents made me go to school anyway. So I get to school and I'm just sick, and I keep thinking I have to throw up, and so I kept asking the teacher, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And so I asked to go to the bathroom multiple times until finally the teacher told me, "Go to the nurse." And so I did, I did what I was told. I went to the nurse, and the nurse took my temperature and said, "Oh yeah, you are sick. You're burning up, and you have nausea. Like you keep feeling like you have to throw up." And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, I'm gonna call your mom." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no! Don't call my mom! Don't call my mom! She made me come to school, even though she knew I was feeling this way. Like, please, just let me stay in here throughout the rest of the school day, and then I'll." Walk home with my little brother, when school lets out. Please don't call my mom." And the nurse is like, don't worry, I got this." So the nurse calls my mom and says, "He has a temperature of like whatever," which indicates that he does have a temperature, so he isn't feeling good, and we do need to get him off school grounds. So my mom came and got me from work. She left work, came to pick me up, and she felt bad. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, "Oh wow, thank God." So on our way home, we stopped by like a video rental place, and she told me to pick out a couple of movies to watch at home. And so this was one of them. This was one of them, and I remember enjoying it. Uh, it was in black and white, so it'll be nice to see it again as an adult. But yeah, that's my memory with that movie. Then I do have John Carpenter's The Thing, but I believe that it was based on this movie, and it's called The Thing from Another World. And I heard that this one's pretty good too. I don't know if it has quite the same cult following or not. This one's not rated, so I don't know, but let's see, what year is it supposed to be from? It's supposed to be from 1951. I mean, that is old. I mean, that's real old. So that's cool. Let's see, what else do I got? It looks like I got what? Oh yeah. So I love this movie, Toy Soldiers, starring Louis Gossett Jr. and Sean Astin. This is like one of my favorite. I want to say it's an 80s movie. It's definitely not from 2002. That's what it says on the back. Oh, this is from 1991. I mean, was 1991 still the 80s? I mean, it could have been. So this was just a really terrific movie. I absolutely loved it. I actually have a friend with a teenage son, and we're trying to show him old movies and see what he thinks of them. This would be a cool one to show him. And then I picked up The Ring because I've never seen The Ring, believe it or not. So, does this one have Sarah Michelle Gellar? I know The Grudge does. Did this one? Nah, it's got Naomi Watts. I don't even know who that is, but it says so on the back. Yeah, I PG-13, huh? I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there like it. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. Oh, another thing. While I was at the Spirit Halloween store, so you know how I got this ghost face blanket on my couch? Well, they had another blanket, and I really wanted it for a second because it was an Arlstein Goosebumps blanket. And I thought to myself, oh wow, how cool would it be to have a Goosebumps blanket? And then I realized it was the cover of Night of the Living Dummy number 3, and come on, so the blanket, was this cover, Night of the Living Dummy number 3, okay? And I was like, are you for real? Like, of all the Goosebumps covers that they could have put on a blanket, that's the one they chose. That's kind of random. And so I had to ask myself, do I want this blanket? And then it occurred to me, if it would have had the cover of, Welcome to Dead House, One Day at Horrorland, um, Say Cheese and Die. Okay, that Polaroid with the family barbecue. I mean, that is sick. I mean, heck, even Ghost Beach, or perhaps even You Can't Scare Me. Okay, something like, a lot more iconic. The Haunted Mask Part 2. Something way more iconic than that. I would have gotten it, but I just didn't feel like I really needed a blanket with the Night of the Living Dummy number 3, so I ended up passing. Um, I do have one more DVD for you. I bought the first season of 90210 because I have most of the other seasons on DVD, but season 1 I have pirated copies on burned DVDs. I bought them on eBay back in the day. They hadn't released 90210 on DVD yet, but I wanted it, and I didn't know that it wasn't released on DVD yet, and so I got on eBay and there was one for sale, so I bought it. When it arrived, it was burned DVDs, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Who does that? Who sells burned DVDs on eBay?" I was like, "Is that even legal? That can't be legal." But I started to watch it, and I was telling my mom about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna report this guy." And my mom was like, "Yeah, maybe you shouldn't, since seeing as how you actually watched it." And then I was like, would that make me a hypocrite? So I ended up not reporting the guy, but after all these years, I now have the real thing on DVD, and it only costed me $3.99. I think I only have the first 7 seasons. I think I still need like 8, 9, and I think there were 10 seasons. So just the last couple seasons, and then I'll have the whole show. All right. Let's see, what else do I got here. So as far as books go, speaking of Goosebumps, I found another copy of Welcome to Camp Nightmare. It's actually in fantastic condition. There's a minor little bend or crease here in the corner, but you can't really see it unless you're looking for it. No one wrote their name on the inside, thankfully, but someone did put a sticker with their name on it. I just peeled it off, and it's fine. Remnants of the sticker are on there, but it's in otherwise, like, really, really, really good condition. So I went ahead and picked it up. I found, this was exciting. I found one of Betsy Haynes's bone chillers, and this one is called Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that's dope. And what a great cover. What a great looking cover. You have some creep, hiding behind a TV with a shattered, screen, and then you have this like ghoul chick taking off a mask, and like, what's she doing? Like, tricking some dude, some unwitting dude, into being with her. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is a Tim Jacobus cover. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? And the tagline on the front, what fright through yonder window breaks? What fright through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Love it. Okay. So let's read the synopsis on back. Cooking up trouble. Lexi knows there's something weird about Julie, the new girl at Edgar Allan Poe High School. Julie was practically drooling over a worm in biology lab. Then Lexi swears she saw Julie snatch a fly out of the air in homeroom and eat it. Now Julie is after Lexi's best friend, Fitz, and Fitz is totally falling for her. He loves everything about Julie, especially the cookies and candies she brings him. Lexi suspects Julie is fattening Fitz up for a feast and that he's going to be the main course. Okay, that actually sounds super dope. I'm going to read this and I'm going to read it soon. How popular were bone chillers back in the day? I think I only remember 2 kids throughout my school years who even had any of these. And every time I find them out in the wild, they're always in such horrible condition. This one's actually not bad though. I mean, like it is bad, but for a bone chillers, it's actually the best one I got. Let's see. Hang on a sec. Well, okay, so the cover's a little bit beat up, but the cover is holding on very well, and the spine is really healthy and sturdy and holding on to the pages, which is my biggest thing. So, yeah, so this is a keeper. So, yeah, all right. That's the best bone chillers that I got. So then I found this one, and I don't think I already have it. I didn't check when I got home, but I was pretty sure at the store didn't already have it. And this one is a K.R. Alexander book, and it's called Follow Me. And that is a creepy looking cover because it's got shades of The Shining, like those twin girls. Like this girl holding the teddy bear with the glowing eyes in the like apartment or hotel hallway. I mean, that's a great looking cover. Now, the tagline on the front reads, "You can't get ahead when you're chased by the dead." And the synopsis on the back reads, "It's strange enough for Tamal to be the new kid in town, but it's even stranger to be living in the house that everyone wants to avoid, a house with a very deadly history. Nobody wants to talk about what happened. Nobody except the terrifying girl Tamal keeps encountering throughout the house. Tamal's parents can't see her, but he's sure she's there and wants something from him. Tamal's family thought this house would be a new start, but instead it might be a dead end." And this is from 2020, so it's very recent. And I mean, excellent condition. Nobody has written anything on the inside. That's awesome. My K.R. Alexander collection is coming along pretty well. And even though I haven't read any of them, so many of them sound super good, and I really want to start reading them. All right, let's stay with middle grade. Okay, so I found this vintage Apple paperback, and it's called Just Tell Me When We're Dead by F. Clifford. And so the title and the cover is what really sold me on this. Okay, Just Tell Me When We're Dead. And look at that cover. You have these kids, these 2 little girls on an amusement park ride, carnival ride, whatever. I mean, great looking cover. The tagline on the front reads, "A madcap adventure filled with fun and surprises." Oh wait, that's not a tagline. It's just a little description. Okay, the synopsis on the back reads, "Hold on to your seats. When Joe Beth and Mary Rose follow their runaway cousin Jeff to a deserted island and amusement park, they get more than they bargained for. After searching the empty playgrounds and picnic areas for Jeff, the girls stop to rest in one of the small trains used for rides. Since no one's around, they never expect the train to suddenly jerk to life, whisking them through the dark tunnel of terror. Just tell me when we're dead," shouts Jo Beth to her sister, as a glowing hand creeps over the rim of their car. So begins an adventure as much fun as a roller coaster ride. Hang on till the surprising end. Okay, that does actually sound pretty good. And this is from 1983. Okay, but 250 for a book from 1983. These were expensive back then. Jeez. Okay. Um, I think that might be it for middle grade, so let's move on to young adult. I already have a copy of this book, but with an alternate cover. I think it's an older copy, but that is like a really nice looking cover. A very nice looking cover. This is used. It was used back in the day when Hastings was still around, and it still has the blasted sticker that Hastings used to put on their used books that would ruin the covers. It's peeling off okay. It's peeling off okay. I got most of it off. And they were selling it at Hastings for $4.49. Hastings used to charge a lot of money for used books and used DVDs and used CDs. Okay. All right. So I'm good. What year did this one come out? Just for fun. 1997. Okay, yeah, I think I might have like an original copy. I also picked up this Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys Super Mystery, and the only reason why I picked it up is because it's called New Year's Evil, and it's by Carolyn Keene. I think that she was the Nancy Drew author, if I'm not mistaken. But this kind of seemed to me like it would be kind of Fear Street-esque, which is why I picked it up. But I've never read a Nancy Drew or a Hardy Boys. I wonder if I'd be able to like read this without like having any kind of background with Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys. I don't know. I think I got one more for you. Nope, two more for you. In addition to this, so I have this, and then I have two for adults. So this one is by Alexandra Harvey, and it's the title of the book is My Love Lies Bleeding, which is actually a pretty metal title for a book. So here's the cover. My love lies bleeding, and there's a young lady, and she has a mark on her neck, which kind of resembles dripping blood, like a puncture and dripping blood. So the tagline on the front reads, "How do you resist a vampire's kiss?" And the synopsis on the back reads, "They're close," she murmured, watching. "Run," I suggested, "like right now?" She shook her head. "If we act like prey, they'll act like predators." Solange has always known she is a vampire, and as the only female vampire ever born, not initiated, she is surrounded by danger on all sides, from other vampire tribes who want to take her blood into their lineage, and from the bounty hunters who are set on destroying her and her family. When she is kidnapped, it's up to her elder brother, Nicholas, and best friend, Lucy, to save her. But can Lucy save herself from Nicholas, who tempts her with every look? What will be her own fate if she surrenders her heart to a vampire? I don't know. it doesn't sound I love vampires, but that does not sound like one that I am rushing to go read. But it's in great condition, and I do like the cover, so I'm glad to have it. All right, so then I got two books for adults. Okay, so I picked up this copy of Whitley Strieber's Majestic, and there's an alien corpse on the cover. The tagline reads, "The government lied." Then, so this is part of the trilogy that also has Communion and Transformation. And I believe I have both of them. I know I have Communion. I'm pretty sure I have Transformation, but looks like now I have the whole trilogy. And I don't know if I really want to read these, but it is cool that I have them. So I'll just toss this one to the side. I got one more for you, and it's called Valentine by Tom Savage. And yes, this is the book Valentine that the slasher movie from the 2000s was based on. The one with David Boreanaz. I think it had Denise Richards and that other chick. So this is that same book, and the step back art in here is whack. Okay, so look at this. So, I mean, great looking cover with step back art, but really, that's it? That's all we get? That's it? Okay, lame. Either way, there is an endorsement on the cover from James Patterson that describes this book as suspense with a twist. And good for this author, really, this Tom Savage person, to get an endorsement like that from James Patterson and then get it put on the cover of your novel. I mean, that is awesome. Okay, so, I mean, good for them. Now, let's go ahead and read the summary synopsis on the back. Jillian Talbot has it all: a beautiful home in New York's Greenwich Village, a string of best-selling suspense novels, a handsome and adoring lover. She has something else too: a silent stalker, a secret admirer who sends her pink heart-shaped messages with an unmistakable warning in blood-red letters. A killer has invaded her privileged sanctuary. He will imprison her in a nightmare more real than the fiction she creates. And as the price mounts ever higher for a crime that Jill had once committed, but only her nemesis can remember, he will meet her at last at the hour of his triumph, her judgment day. So I've seen the movie, about 5 or 6 times in my life. I absolutely love the movie. I really want to read the book, and I really want to compare it to the movie. I've been wanting to find this book for a long time, and for years actually, and I just found it today. So this is a huge bucket list item for me. So I really, really want to read it. I mean, it's almost October now, right? I mean, it's what, September 24th? I mean, Valentine's Day is really right around the corner. I mean, not right around the corner. It's down the road. I mean, it's not that far down the road. So, I don't know. I'll be getting to it soon, I imagine. So that was really cool. Well, this was a fun little haul. I mean, it wasn't, as big as some of the other ones that I've had lately, but this was a good one. I really like my Chucky mask. I like the fact that I found, the other book from Whitley Strieber, and I'm really excited about having found Valentine. I think that this vintage Apple paperback is one of the cooler ones that I found lately. This Follow Me by K.R. Alexander, and then of course the Bone Chillers, Romeo and Juliet. I'm pretty happy with this. haul. Oh, and I'm so thankful that I found the mannequin heads today for more masks. And oh yeah, and even like this old Dracula DVD. Like I'm really really glad. I mean, I'm really happy with this one. All right, well, as small and simple as it was. Well, thank you guys for watching. Okay, horns up, peace out.